Qatar's foreign ministry has released a statement. It says the state of Qatar expresses its strongest condemnation of the targeting of Qatari territories with Iranian ballistic missiles, considering it a flagrant violation of its national sovereignty, a direct assault on its security and the safety of its lands, and an unacceptable escalation that threatens the security and stability of the region. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs affirms that the state of Qatar reserves its full right to respond to this targeting in accordance with the provisions of international law and in proportion to the nature of the aggression, in defense of its sovereignty and to safeguard its security and national interests. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs emphasizes that the state of Qatar has been and remains among the first to call for dialogue with the Islamic Republic of Iran and has advocated for continuing on this principle as the optimal foundation for addressing differences and resolving disputes through peaceful means, thereby sparing the region of the risk of escalation. Let's take you now to Axel Zaimovic, who joins us now from here in Doha. So, Axel, Iran had already said that it was ready and able to strike U.S. bases and assets in the region, of which there are many. Bring us up to date with what you've been seeing where you are along the waterfront in Doha.
Well, right now the situation seems to be really calm, but some 15 to 20 minutes ago we heard a massive bang here at the sky. We can actually see that one of the rockets were intercepted, and it really goes to show that this is not over. But what we understand that the Qatar's air defense is still full swing in a coordinated attack to repel any potential threat and any missile that coming towards Qatar. But also we have official statements confirming that the attacks are taking place and they have been successfully taken down. But also what we understand, there are no casualties and there's no damage to residential areas. And the public is being urged that to stay away from the public area, do not touch any debris if they find it. And if they do find something, to immediately inform the authorities here in Doha. And it really goes to show that there might be some debris falling here, but we also have seen a lot of videos circulating on social media. So one particular neighborhood here in Doha, there's been a large plume of smoke coming from that area, but we don't know any more details about that particular attack. So that's why we are still confirming to see whether it's a debris or is there any potential rocket that might be hitting some of these areas across Doha. And it really goes to show, Riley, to explain that the whole situation is taking a toll on civilians in the country in a way that all the flights have been suspended. And we also have a confirmation from Qatar Airways. They officially say that all flights have been suspended for the time being, and the airline has confirmed that the operations will be stopped due to the complete closure of the Qatari airspace. And they said they are working closely with the government and also deploying additional staff to the Hamad International Airport to help those passengers stranded in Doha. And it's really important to mention again, as the officials here have been saying, they've been advising and urging people not to go out and to follow official channels of communication and just to follow these words coming from the government, because they also want to stop spreading any potential fake news, especially spreading on social media and unverified channels.
But Axel, I also want to ask you, because it's not just Qatar that has closed its airspace. It's not just Qatar where explosions have been reported. It is happening across the wider Gulf region. What can you tell us about what we've been seeing elsewhere?
Well, that's true. A similar situation like we see here in Doha, then it seems to be that this disruption is going to affect hundreds of thousands of people who have planned their holidays, who have planned to go back to their home, because this region is an international hub for so many passengers coming here. So that's why all the instructions coming from airlines should be followed from official channels, and they will advise passengers stranded at the respective airports what to do next.
Axel Zaimovic, live for us in Doha. Thanks, Axel.